$400 million, 2 consecutive Academy Awards, $10 billion in worldwide box office. This isn't just success, this is the Tom Hanks empire. From Philadelphia to Forrest Gump, from Castaway to Captain Phillips, Tom Hanks has crafted one of the most extraordinary careers in Hollywood history. The ultimate nice guy, America's dad. The actor whose mere presence in a film guarantees both quality and commercial success. His Pacific Palisades compound worth over $20 million, his secluded mountain retreat in Sun Valley, Idaho, his private island in Greece, where crystal-clear waters meet untouched paradise, a sanctuary so beloved he obtained Greek citizenship. This is the life of Hollywood royalty, earned through 4 decades of unmatched excellence. Yet beneath the wholesome image and picture-perfect career lies something far more complex. Behind-the-scenes feuds with acclaimed directors, political statements that sparked calls for boycotts, a carefully crafted public persona that some industry insiders claim masks the calculated strategy of one of Hollywood's most powerful figures. And then there are the bizarre conspiracy theories that refuse to die. Unfounded accusations so outlandish they seem ripped from one of his own films, yet persistent enough to require media outlets to publicly debunk them. How did a shy, awkward boy from a broken home transform himself into Hollywood's most bankable star? What really happens when the cameras stop rolling and the carefully maintained image gives way to reality? And, as a new generation of actors redefines what it means to be a star, will Tom Hanks' legendary status remain untouchable? Join us as we explore the astonishing rise, the lavish lifestyle, and the surprising controversies of Tom Hanks, the man who went from living out of a trailer to commanding millions per film, all while convincing the world he's still just the nicest guy in the room. Before Tom Hanks became one of the most respected and successful actors in Hollywood, he was just a kid trying to find his place in the world. Unlike many of his peers, he didn't come from a family of actors or industry insiders. Instead, his path to stardom was marked by constant change, personal struggles, and a relentless drive to prove himself. His journey from a shy, overlooked teenager to an Academy Award-winning superstar wasn't an overnight success. It was a process that took years of rejection, perseverance, and bold career decisions that ultimately defined him as one of the most bankable actors in the history of cinema. So how did a boy from a broken home with no Hollywood connections transform himself into a global superstar with a career spanning more than 40 years? Tom Hanks was born on July 9, 1956 in Concord, California. His early life was anything but stable. When he was just 5 years old, his parents, Amos and Janet Hanks, divorced, and what followed was a childhood marked by constant relocation and shifting family dynamics. And his father, a cook, took custody of Tom and 2 of his siblings, while his mother kept their youngest brother. Hanks grew up moving from one city to another, attending multiple schools and constantly adapting to new environments. The instability shaped him in ways he wouldn't fully understand until later in life. Throughout his childhood, Hanks often felt like an outsider. He was shy, introverted, and socially awkward, struggling to fit in at every new school he attended. But there was one thing that remained consistent: his love for movies and storytelling. As a teenager, he found solace in classic films, stage performances, and comedy. He admired actors like Jimmy Stewart and Cary Grant, drawn to their effortless charm and ability to command an audience. Watching these legends on screen planted a seed in his mind. Maybe he could do the same. But pursuing acting wasn't exactly a clear-cut path. With no connections in Hollywood and no guidance on how to break into the industry, Hanks had to figure it out on his own. Hanks's first taste of performing came in high school, where he started participating in school plays. It was there that he realized he had a natural talent for storytelling and comedic timing. Unlike academics, where he often felt disconnected, performing on stage gave him a sense of belonging and confidence he had never experienced before. Determined to improve his craft, he enrolled in Chabot College, a community college in California, where he studied theater. But it didn't take long for him to realize that if he wanted to make acting his career, he needed to be in an environment that would truly push him to the next level. After 2 years at Chabot, he transferred to California State University, Sacramento, where he immersed himself in theater. But his education took an unexpected turn when he met Vincent Dowling, the artistic director of the Great Lakes Theater Festival in Cleveland, Ohio. Dowling saw something special in Hanks and offered him an internship at the festival, a decision that would change the course of his life. For 3 years, Hanks worked behind the scenes, learning everything he could about stage production, acting, and the technical aspects of storytelling. This hands-on experience taught him more than any classroom ever could. He spent time building sets, working backstage, and performing in plays, all while absorbing the industry from the inside. But while he was gaining valuable experience, he was also making a bold decision. He was dropping out of college to fully commit to acting. It was a risky move, but Hanks knew that if he wanted to make it in Hollywood, he couldn't afford to play it safe. With little money and no guarantees, Hanks moved to New York City in the late 1970s, hoping to break into television or film. Like many aspiring actors, he faced endless auditions, constant rejection, and the harsh reality of trying to survive in an industry that didn't owe him anything. His first real break came when he landed a small role in a low-budget horror film called He Knows You're Alone in 1980. It wasn't a major hit, but it was enough to get his foot in the door. Not long after, he auditioned for a television show that would change everything: Bosom Buddies. The sitcom, which aired from 1980 to 1982, was about two men who disguised themselves as women to live in an affordable, all-female apartment complex. The concept was bizarre, but it gave Hanks a chance to showcase his comedic timing and natural charisma. The show wasn't a massive success, but it was enough to catch the attention of Hollywood producers. After Bosom Buddies ended, Hanks landed guest roles on popular TV shows like Happy Days, where he caught the eye of director Ron Howard. Howard, who was transitioning into film directing, saw potential in Hanks and cast him in his first major movie role. In 1984, Hanks starred in Splash, a romantic comedy about a man who falls in love with a mermaid, played by Daryl Hannah. The film was a box office hit, grossing more than $69 million worldwide, and it introduced Hanks to mainstream audiences. Suddenly, Hollywood took notice. He quickly became a rising comedic star, landing roles in films like Bachelor Party and The Money Pit. His ability to balance physical comedy with genuine emotional depth made him a unique presence in the industry. But while he was gaining momentum, he wasn't satisfied with just being the funny guy. Hanks wanted more. He wanted to prove he could handle serious, dramatic roles. Despite his early success, the late 1980s were a challenging time for Hanks. A series of box office disappointments threatened to derail his career, with films like The Bonfire of the Vanities failing to connect with audiences. For a moment, it seemed like Hanks might remain stuck as a comedic actor, unable to break into more serious roles. But instead of giving up, he used these setbacks as motivation to reinvent himself. His persistence paid off when he landed the role that would forever change his career. In 1993, Hanks starred in Philadelphia, a groundbreaking film about a lawyer battling AIDS discrimination. It was a bold departure from his previous work, and critics took notice. His performance earned him his first Academy Award for Best Actor, proving that he wasn't just a comedian, he was a serious dramatic actor with immense range. That win would be the first of many. By the early 1990s, Tom Hanks had officially transformed into one of the most respected actors in Hollywood. His ability to switch between comedy and drama, blockbuster hits, and critically acclaimed performances made him one of the most bankable stars of his generation. But his journey was just beginning. Over the next few decades, he would go on to star in some of the most iconic films of all time, redefine what it meant to be a leading man, and build a fortune that placed him among Hollywood's wealthiest figures. Tom Hanks has spent more than 4 decades in Hollywood, becoming one of the most successful and respected actors of all time. His career has earned him multiple Academy Awards, billions in box office revenue, and a reputation as a Hollywood legend. But beyond his talent and acclaim, Hanks has also built an extraordinary fortune, allowing him to enjoy a lifestyle few could ever imagine. With a net worth reportedly exceeding $400 million, Hanks has invested in multi-million-dollar real estate across the world, a collection of rare and classic cars, and even his own private island. Unlike some celebrities who flaunt their wealth, Hanks has mastered the art of quiet luxury, living extravagantly without excessive flashiness. So what does life look like when you're one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors with more than 40 years of success behind you? When it comes to real estate, Tom Hanks and his wife Rita Wilson have quietly built one of the most impressive property portfolios in Hollywood. Their holdings include luxurious homes in Los Angeles, a secluded retreat in Northern California, and an exclusive vacation estate in the Greek islands. One of their most famous properties is their Pacific Palisades estate, a stunning multi-home compound that they purchased in the early 2000s. Located in one of Los Angeles's most exclusive neighborhoods, the estate includes a main house, a guest house, beautifully landscaped gardens, and breathtaking ocean views. The couple lived there for years before deciding to sell two of their. In addition to their Los Angeles holdings, Hanks and Wilson also own a stunning estate in Sun Valley, Idaho. The mountain retreat serves as a getaway from the fast-paced world of Hollywood, offering privacy, luxury, and nature all in one. The home features wood-beamed interiors, a massive fireplace, and panoramic views of the surrounding mountains. Perhaps the most unique addition to Hanks's real estate empire is his private island in Greece. After vacationing in Greece for years, Hanks and Wilson purchased a breathtaking island property in Antiparos, a quiet and secluded paradise surrounded by crystal-clear waters and untouched nature. The couple reportedly fell in love with the country's beauty and culture, even obtaining Greek citizenship as a result. While some celebrities fill their garages with high-end sports cars and futuristic supercars, Tom Hanks has a different approach to collecting vehicles. His passion lies in classic, vintage automobiles that carry history and character. One of his most famous cars is his beloved Toyota FJ40 Land Cruiser, a rugged and durable off-road vehicle that has become a collector's favorite. Hanks' version has been customized to his liking, blending classic design with modern performance upgrades. Another highlight in his collection is his restored Airstream trailer, which he used for years on movie sets. While most actors stay in lavish on-location accommodations, Hanks preferred his customized trailer, equipped with a full kitchen, a comfortable living space, and all the essentials to make any film set feel like home. His love for old-school vehicles extends to classic American muscle cars and vintage European models, proving that he values timeless craftsmanship over flashy trends. Despite his reputation as one of Hollywood's most down-to-earth actors, Tom Hanks still enjoys the benefits of extreme wealth. He has access to private jets, first-class accommodations, and the ability to travel the world in absolute luxury. Throughout his career, Hanks has been known to spend summers in Europe, taking extended vacations with his family on private yachts. His love for Greece extends far beyond his real estate investments, as he has been seen sailing along the Mediterranean, exploring remote islands, and indulging in the finest local cuisine. But unlike many celebrities who constantly make headlines for extravagant spending, Hanks keeps his luxury lifestyle relatively low-key. He doesn't flaunt designer brands or throw multi-million-dollar parties. Instead, he spends his money on experiences, comfort, and family. Beyond acting, Tom Hanks has quietly built a series of business investments and side ventures. He is known for his love of typewriters, owning hundreds of vintage machines, and even launching his own typewriter app called Hanks Writer, which replicates the experience of typing on a traditional typewriter. Hanks has also ventured into publishing, writing a best-selling book titled Uncommon Type, a collection of short stories inspired by his love for typewriters and storytelling. In addition to his creative projects, he has invested in technology, film production, and media companies, ensuring that his fortune continues to grow even beyond his acting career. Unlike many of his peers, Tom Hanks doesn't chase the spotlight when it comes to wealth. He has built one of the most successful careers in Hollywood history, earned hundreds of millions of dollars, and invested in a lifestyle that reflects comfort, quality, and exclusivity. While he enjoys private jets, stunning real estate, and rare collectibles, his spending remains tasteful and controlled, without the excessive flashiness that often comes with celebrity status. Tom Hanks isn't just one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, he's one of the most accomplished performers in the history of cinema. His name is synonymous with box office dominance, critically acclaimed performances, and record-breaking achievements. Over the span of more than 4 decades, he has taken on roles that have defined entire generations, inspired audiences worldwide, and reshaped the film industry. While most actors experience career highs and lows, Hanks has maintained an almost unmatched level of consistency, delivering one iconic performance after another. His journey from a struggling comedic actor to a 2-time Academy Award winner and Hollywood's most bankable star is a testament to his talent, work ethic, and ability to evolve with the industry. But what exactly makes Hanks one of the most successful actors of all time? Winning an Academy Award is a career-defining moment for any actor, but winning back-to-back Oscars is a feat that places an actor in a different league entirely. Tom Hanks achieved this rare milestone when he won Best Actor at the Academy Awards 2 years in a row, something that had only been done by a handful of actors before him. His first Oscar win came in 1994 for Philadelphia, where he delivered a powerful and emotional performance as a lawyer battling AIDS discrimination. The film was groundbreaking, helping to change public perception of the AIDS crisis, and Hanks' performance was widely regarded as one of the most important of his career. Just 1 year later, he won again for his portrayal of Forrest Gump, a role that became one of the most iconic characters in film history. The movie was a massive critical and commercial success, grossing over $1 billion in adjusted worldwide earnings and earning multiple Academy Awards. By winning 2 consecutive Oscars, Hanks officially joined the ranks of Hollywood's greatest actors, proving that he wasn't just a box office draw, he was a generational talent. His movies don't just win awards, they dominate the box office. Over the course of his career, his films have collectively grossed more than $10 billion worldwide, making him one of the highest-grossing actors in history. His breakout blockbuster moment came with Big in 1988, which established him as a leading man who could balance comedy and drama. But his real box office reign began in the 1990s when he starred in a series of films that became instant classics and massive financial successes. From the emotional depth of Forrest Gump to the harrowing intensity of Saving Private Ryan, Hanks proved that he could carry a film across any genre and still deliver record-breaking numbers. His ability to transition between critically acclaimed dramas, thrilling war epics, animated classics, and romantic comedies made him one of the most versatile and reliable box office draws of all time. Even decades into his career, Hanks continues to headline major films that generate hundreds of millions of dollars, proving that his appeal transcends generations. Few actors can say they have shaped the childhoods of millions, but Tom Hanks is one of them. His role as Woody in Toy Story turned him into a household name for an entirely new audience. When Toy Story was released in 1995, it revolutionized the animation industry, becoming the first ever computer-animated feature film. Hanks' voice performance as Woody added heart, humor, and emotional depth, helping the film become a beloved classic. Over the years, the Toy Story franchise has continued to grow, with each installment delivering record-breaking box office numbers and reaffirming Hanks' place in cinematic history. By the time Toy Story 4 was released, the series had earned over $3 billion worldwide, making it one of the highest-grossing animated franchises of all time. Beyond animation, his work in films like Castaway, The Green Mile, and Apollo 13 further demonstrated his ability to create unforgettable, deeply human characters that audiences connect with on a personal level. One of the biggest reasons behind Tom Hanks' success is his ability to collaborate with some of the greatest filmmakers of all time. While many actors build their careers around franchises or high-concept action films, Hanks has always prioritized working with visionary directors who push the boundaries of storytelling. His long-standing collaboration with Steven Spielberg has resulted in some of the most acclaimed films of the past few decades, including Saving Private Ryan, Catch Me If You Can, The Terminal, and Bridge of Spies. His work with Robert Zemeckis, who directed Forrest Gump and Castaway, showcased his ability to carry emotionally demanding roles, often with minimal dialogue or co-stars. By consistently choosing films that challenge him as an actor and tell powerful stories, Hanks has maintained one of the most respected careers in Hollywood. Tom Hanks' impact extends far beyond the silver screen. He has been recognized not just as a great actor, but as a cultural and humanitarian icon. He was named one of Time magazine's most influential people, a rare honor for an actor, solidifying his reputation as someone whose influence reaches well beyond entertainment. His humanitarian efforts, involvement in historical preservation, space exploration advocacy, and political activism have made him one of the most admired public figures in America. Hanks is also known for his extensive work in producing and narrating documentaries that highlight historical events, space exploration, and military history. His role as a storyteller extends beyond fiction, as he brings real-world stories to audiences who might not otherwise engage with them. Tom Hanks' career is defined by consistent excellence, smart choices, and a deep understanding of storytelling. He is one of the few actors who has managed to remain relevant for more than 4 decades while maintaining his credibility, reputation, and box office appeal. His ability to balance blockbuster success with artistic credibility has made him a rare Hollywood legend who is respected by both critics and audiences. But while Tom Hanks' career is filled with record-breaking success and universal admiration, his personal life and public persona have not been completely free of controversy. For decades, Tom Hanks has been regarded as Hollywood's ultimate good guy. His career is filled with heartwarming roles, inspiring speeches, and a level of professionalism that has made him one of the most respected figures in the industry. Unlike many A-list celebrities, Hanks has largely avoided major scandals, public meltdowns, or career-ending controversies. But that doesn't mean his public image has been completely untouchable. While his reputation remains largely intact, a closer look at his career, personal beliefs, and public actions reveals a more complicated reality. From political backlash and industry feuds to bizarre conspiracy theories that refuse to go away, Hanks has faced his share of controversy, whether he acknowledges it or not. So, is Tom Hanks truly as untouchable as his reputation suggests? Or has he simply mastered the art of avoiding scandal while maintaining public favor? Tom Hanks has long been known as one of the kindest and most generous actors in Hollywood. From his interactions with fans to his warm, fatherly demeanor in interviews, he has cultivated an image as the rare celebrity who remains humble despite his success. But, over the years, some have questioned whether his niceness is as genuine as it appears. Critics argue that Hanks' public persona is carefully crafted, designed to make him Hollywood's most likable figure while masking the reality of his power and influence behind the scenes. Several industry insiders have claimed that while Hanks is undeniably polite and professional, he is also a highly strategic figure who carefully manages his image. He has been accused of avoiding difficult conversations, staying silent on controversial industry topics, and maintaining relationships that benefit his career rather than challenge the Hollywood status quo. Unlike actors who take clear stances on major social issues or engage in public activism, Hanks tends to play it safe, making broad statements without taking strong political or industry risks. While this approach has allowed him to maintain his beloved status, it has also led to speculation about whether his nice guy persona is as authentic as it appears. Despite his generally apolitical public image, Tom Hanks has occasionally spoken out on political issues, leading to mixed reactions from fans and critics alike. Over the years, Hanks has been vocal about his support for progressive policies, including climate change action, government transparency, and historical preservation. While many have praised him for using his platform to raise awareness for important causes, others have accused him of being out of touch with everyday Americans. One of his most controversial moments came when he criticized certain political leaders and policies, leading to backlash from conservative media outlets and public figures. Some fans who previously admired him for his neutral stance on politics began to view him as another Hollywood elite who pushes an agenda. The controversy intensified when Hanks openly supported voting rights initiatives and spoke out against misinformation in the media. While his statements were widely praised in liberal circles, they also sparked calls for boycotts from those who saw his involvement as unwarranted political activism. While Hanks has not faced career-threatening backlash, his political statements have polarized some audiences, proving that even the most beloved celebrities are not immune to criticism when they enter the political arena. Although Tom Hanks is rarely associated with Hollywood drama, there have been rumors of behind-the-scenes tension with certain directors, co-stars, and producers. One of the most talked-about disputes involved director Paul Greengrass during the making of Captain Phillips. While the film was a critical and commercial success, reports suggested that Hanks and Greengrass clashed over creative decisions, leading to several heated on-set disagreements. Another instance of rumored tension came from his work with Clint Eastwood on Sully. Eastwood, known for his no-nonsense directing style, reportedly had creative differences with Hanks over the tone of the film and character portrayal. While both remained professional, industry sources suggested that the two didn't always see eye to eye. Beyond directors, Hanks has also faced speculation about his influence over Hollywood's power structure. As one of the industry's most bankable and respected actors, he has the ability to shape casting decisions, greenlight projects, and influence which filmmakers get studio backing. Some critics argue that his level of power goes largely unchecked, and that his reputation as an industry nice guy allows him to avoid scrutiny in ways that other Hollywood figures cannot. Perhaps the strangest and most persistent controversies surrounding Tom Hanks are the bizarre conspiracy theories that have surfaced online in recent years. Despite zero credible evidence, some internet groups have attempted to link Hanks to outlandish and baseless accusations, often involving Hollywood cover-ups and secret societies. These conspiracy theories gained traction in certain online communities, leading to widespread misinformation that painted Hanks as a key figure in underground Hollywood conspiracies. Hanks himself has never publicly addressed these rumors, likely in an effort to avoid giving them credibility. However, the sheer volume of online speculation has forced some media outlets to debunk the theories, proving how rapidly misinformation can spread. While these theories are widely dismissed by reputable sources, they serve as an example of how even the most admired celebrities can become targets of extreme and unfounded speculation. Tom Hanks remains one of the most respected figures in Hollywood, even though the industry is changing rapidly. The rise of streaming platforms, younger actors dominating the box office, and shifting audience preferences have led some to question whether Hanks can maintain his career dominance in the years to come. Unlike actors who have embraced franchise films or high-budget superhero movies, Hanks has remained loyal to traditional storytelling. While this has worked in his favor for decades, Hollywood's evolving trends could make it harder for him to secure major leading roles in the future. Additionally, as the industry moves toward more diverse storytelling, younger and more socially outspoken actors are becoming the new faces of Hollywood. Some critics have wondered if Hanks's traditional, safe, and classic approach to filmmaking will allow him to remain relevant in an era where audiences demand new voices and perspectives. For now, Hanks continues to be one of the most respected actors in the world. But as Hollywood undergoes a generational shift, will he adapt to the industry's future, or will he slowly fade into legend? Despite the controversies surrounding his political statements, behind-the-scenes feuds, and strange conspiracy theories, Tom Hanks has largely avoided the kind of career-ending scandals that have plagued many Hollywood stars. His ability to navigate the industry with grace, professionalism, and strategic silence has allowed him to maintain his reputation as one of the most admired figures in entertainment. With a career spanning over 4 decades, Tom Hanks has built one of the most enduring legacies in Hollywood. He has conquered the box office, won multiple Academy Awards, and remained one of the most respected figures in the industry. But as Hollywood continues to change, where does Hanks fit into the future of entertainment? While some veteran actors struggle to adapt, Hanks has continued to take on roles that showcase his depth, versatility, and ability to connect with audiences. His recent performances in Elvis and A Man Called Otto prove that he is still a powerful force on screen, even as Hollywood moves into a new era. But acting may not be his only path forward. Over the years, Hanks has explored writing, producing, and historical preservation, hinting at a future that could see him stepping behind the camera more often. His love for storytelling extends far beyond film, meaning he could shift his focus toward books, documentaries, or passion projects that highlight history, culture, and the human experience. Regardless of what comes next, Hanks' legacy is already cemented. Whether he continues taking lead roles or slowly transitions into a different phase of his career, his impact on cinema is undeniable. Did you know that while Tom Hanks mastered fictional storytelling, there's an athlete who made a controversial business decision at age 18 that basketball experts called the biggest mistake of his career? Well, that's LeBron James, who rejected the traditional endorsement model and instead demanded part ownership in the companies he partnered with, and you can discover how this revolutionary approach made him a billionaire by clicking on your screen now.